Baton Rouge.
Wait, so who's TrueBleeda? TrueBleeda still alive? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if TrueBleeda still alive. So I know real Bleeda. This is TrueBleeda. We need to find out who TrueBleeda is.
Started getting TrueBleeda was an 18-year-old rapper who was on his way up in the industry. But before he could make it out, the wild streets of Baton Rouge caught up to him, and he was tragically killed in February 2022.
I'm finna do him soon, so you feel me? Y'all drop the songs y'all want me to do. If you see this, we already did real Bleeda. Now we about to do him.
His death was a major blow to the Baton Rouge rap scene, but most people don't know just how crazy the situation was. So today, we're breaking down the story of TrueBleeda and the war in Baton Rouge. TrueBleeda came up on the north side of Baton Rouge. Not much is known about his early life, but we know he had a wild come up in the streets. He was always getting into trouble as a kid, and he actually went to 6 different middle schools before he decided to drop out in 6th grade at 15 years old. TrueBleeda was always interested in music, started rapping with his older brother.
He dropped out in 6th grade at 15 years old.
Brothers Kimon and TrueBleeda when he was just 8 years old. But when TrueBleeda was 10, his brother Kimon was tragically shot and killed at a birthday party. It all started with a beef between a crew named Acres Fam and a rap group named Jungle Music. It's not clear why they had issues, but it ended up with 3 teens losing their lives. In March 2014, Jungle Music was hosting a birthday party and concert in a town close to Baton Rouge called Baker. A 16-year-old named Scrappy, Acres Fam, had an issue with a dude affiliated with Jungle Music and Javon Simmons. Nobody knows what the beef was all about, but Scrappy walked into the party and aired it out. He shot Simmons first, and everyone started running. Scrappy kept shooting, and by the time it was over, 3 bystanders were dead, including TrueBleeda's brother, Kimon. Scrappy got hit with second-degree murder charges, but he ended up pleading guilty to 3 counts of manslaughter instead. During the sentencing hearing, Scrappy said, "Everything happened so fast. I took 3 lives, and I didn't mean to. I'm sorry." The judge gave him 40 years in prison, but the families of his victims didn't think it was enough. An 18-year-old named DeAndre Claiborne was killed during the shooting, and his mother told Scrappy, "I'm not sympathetic by no means. I'm a God-fearing woman. I don't think 40 years is enough for taking away a lifetime." Kimon's death had a massive impact on TrueBleeda. He was only 10 years old when it went down, but he later started the Bleedas with his brother TrueBleeda, and this is when the situation in Baton Rouge...
Wait, so who's TrueBleeda? TrueBleeda still alive? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if TrueBleeda still alive. So I know real Bleeda. This is TrueBleeda. We need to find out who TrueBleeda is.
Started getting messy. The Bleedas are linked up with sets like the 5400 Boys, 300, and TBG. Fredo Bang was actually best friends with DeAndre Claiborne, aka Crazy Trey, who was one of the victims during the shooting where TrueBleeda's brother Kimon died. TBG is the crew that Youngboy used to rep before he split up and helped spark a deadly war in the city. Now the beef is crazier than ever. The Bleeda's main ops is a set called the Vultures. They have rappers in their crew like YKWIHF Ka and YKWIHF Vultures. Now the beef is crazier than ever. The Bleeda's main ops is a set called the Vultures. They have rappers in their crew like YKWIHF Ka and YKWIHF Vay, who used to be tied with TrueBleeda's brother Kimon before the drama started. They're linked up with sets like 6 the Crew, which is also why Youngboy's 4K Trade Camp before the drama started. They're linked up with sets like HF Vay, who used to be tied with TrueBleeda's brother Kimon before the drama started. They're linked up with sets like 6 the Crew, which is also why Youngboy...
So they beefing with... Damn.
His 4K Trade Camp rocks with that side.
Shit, yo, that shit crazy. How shit, like, yo, even where I'm from, bro, like, I remember when we was just, everything was just all, niggas grow up.
Little brother B-Way Youngie reps 6 the Crew, which makes the Bleedas Youngboy's ops too. Youngboy's homie Ben 10 has major issues with them, and the Bleedas allegedly killed a couple of his family members. A lot of the dudes from both sides were cool back in the day, and it's not clear how the beef started, but in 2020, the streets of Baton Rouge started getting more violent than ever. YKWIHF Ka was allegedly caught hooking up with the baby mama of a rapper named BME Peasy. Ka allegedly killed him and got booked for the murder, but later the charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. According to his family, Ka started trying to turn his life around and was focused on his newborn daughter. But last year, he was shot and killed outside of a Holiday Inn. Ka and his fiance were sitting in the car in the parking lot when somebody started letting off shots in broad daylight. His fiance survived the shooting, but unfortunately, Ka was pronounced dead at the scene. It's not clear who was behind the hit. Rumors say the Bleedas might have been involved. Then just 3 days later, Ben 10's homie Mugatti was shot and killed outside of his house. Losing someone like that is already bad enough. But 2 days after Mugatti died, Ben 10 took another loss when his cousin was shot and killed right in front of him. Ben 10 and his cousin Jug were driving down the 110 near a town called Prairieville, Louisiana, when somebody pulled up on them and started letting off shots.
That's where Ben 10 got to do, because when I did the Vultures versus Bleeda shit, they kept putting Ben 10 in there, but I didn't think Ben 10. I thought Ben 10 was 4K checking out Vultures, but I see where this is going down.
The police found their truck in the middle of the road with Jug dead behind the wheel and Ben 10 sitting next to him. The Vultures had lost 3 homies back to back, and at the same time, TrueBleeda was starting to pop off on the music side. He started uploading tracks to YouTube in 2020, but last year, he started popping off with tracks like Play for Keeps, Trouble Soul, and Check My Jacket. It looked like TrueBleeda was going to be the next rapper out of Baton Rouge to take it far in the game. But then in February, he was murdered in a drive-by outside of the Mall of Louisiana. On February 25th, TrueBleeda, CoBleeda, and 2 of their homies was at the mall together. Baton Rouge don't have a lot of places to shop, so there's always a chance you'll run into the ops at a place like the mall. CoBleeda says he knew they was hanging around too long and tried to get True to hurry up, but True wasn't worried about the situation, he just took his time. Apparently, somebody got the drop in their location though, because right when they left, a car pulled up and started letting off shots. It's not clear exactly how everything went down, but the Bleeders shot back while the shooters left their whip and hopped into a getaway car. Unfortunately, True and his homie Clifton Lindsay were both killed in the shooting. A couple months later, a dude named Dubug was arrested for the hit. Dubug's from a set called Bankstown and was tight with shot from the Vulture. It looked like TrueBleeda's case was gonna get solved quickly, but now he's being held until they can get enough evidence against him to start the trial. After TrueBleeda was killed, the ops started dissing him on social media immediately. Ben 10 hopped on live, listening to the last song TrueBleeda dropped before his death. Then some Vultures clowned him by saying his homies were gonna be wearing funeral clothes. Before he died, one of the dudes TrueBleeda worked with all the time was his homie TG Commons. They had a lot of tracks together, like Preaching, Real Love, and Play for Keeps, but now Commons linking up with the ops. Youngboy previewed a new track where he shouted out Commons and said, "I just talked to Commons, what's going on? I got you." It's not clear how they ended up squashing the beef, but linking up with Youngboy could be huge for Commons' career. Moving past the violence, trying to make it in the industry is a great thing, but obviously, not everyone's cool with the situation. TrueBleeda's cousin Jermaine hopped on IG and wrote,
"Fuck the $1 million, my cousin dead, I ain't squashing that.
$1 million, my cousin dead, I ain't squashing nothing. Commons could just keep the beef going and just cause more violence or end up dead himself, but I ain't squashing nothing. Commons could just keep the beef going and just cause more violence or end up dead himself, but instead, he's trying to make it out the streets and level up. And if more dudes had that mentality, the rap game wouldn't be losing so many talented artists before they even get a chance to grow up. Even CoBleeda don't want anything to do with his city. It's not clear how he feels about Common's situation, but he's not worried about putting Baton Rouge on his back or anything like that. He says the goal is to get everyone's money up so they leave and never look back. Baton Rouge has always been a wild city, but the last few years have been even crazier. Hopefully, CoBleeda keeps grinding in the industry and is able to make it out of the street.
Damn, so who up?
He's already lost 2 brothers to gun violence, and it would be a tragedy if he went out the same way. Rest in peace to TrueBleeda and everyone else in the story who lost their life.
TrueBleeda video on the way, man.
Want y'all motherfuckers to subscribe to Foreign TVO. Don't give a fuck. Better subscribe, motherfucker. If not, security gonna get your ass. Pop, pop.